Hi, I'm Nancy. Welcome to Mindful Yoga. Today, our theme is flow, the lymph flow, the flow of the interstitial fluid, that lively marsh through our body, and always the blood flow, right? That is part of our yoga practice. We also are doing the meridian flow a little bit today, particularly the heart meridian and the triple burner, which I'll talk a little more about later. So let's have a seat and we'll breathe a little bit because, as we have learned, deep breathing is part of what makes all of these flows happen well. So arriving on the mat, coming into this moment, observing the diaphragm expanding and contracting. Letting the breathing be particularly in the lower part of the lungs, with the expansion of the muscles on the inside of the side and back ribs near the bottom of the lungs. The breath so faithfully breathes us. It's interesting to become part of that motion, maybe manipulate it a little bit before we go back to that automatic reception of breath. And then allowing the breath to come up into the upper ribs around the heart, the upper lungs. Feeling the expansion in front of the heart, behind the heart, the sides. Both the right lung and the left lung active. Then feeling that expansion in the lower ribs and lungs, and then coming up into the mid lungs around the heart, and that slight lift of the collarbones, like a little helium balloon, just lifting up a little bit. And then letting go top to bottom. Fleda Brown has this quote, "Isn't the creative life about folding clothes while crying?" It touched me. One student responded that for a long time, that was what yoga was about for her, bending, stretching, twisting while crying. And I have experienced that myself, particularly in Shavasana, when everything is letting go. And there's always that option. Body lets go, emotions let go. As she said, let the loss energy move through. Let the loss energy move through. And coming back to normal breathing, just letting the diaphragm with its nerve connection to the brain stem do its thing. Bringing one hand down beside you, other one comes up and over. Just an easy and natural side bend. Opening up that flow in the lateral aspect of the body. And now we know not just skin, not just bones, but also all the space between the cells, between the muscles, between the organs. That slow creep through the lively marshes of our body, lymph flow and interstitial fluid flow, increasing the potential of our immune system and our immune cells. Coming back through center, bring one hand over to the opposite thigh, other hand back behind, just turning to the side, coming forward on the sits bones long through the spine. And coming back to that breath, feeling in the lower, upper, a little pause maybe at the top, And then letting it come down, relaxing down through sacrum and pelvic floor. Then opening arms out and coming to the other side, holding there for a moment, and breathing. Coming back through center. For our upper lungs, coming into cactus. So breathing mainly in these upper lungs around the heart. Inhale as we spread into cactus. Exhale as fingertips come together, arms are long in front of us. Press the fingertips together, chin goes towards chest, and back arches out a little bit, the top of the torso. Inhale, cactus. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. This time, let's bring arms out around the waist level. They're wide and hands are open, elbows are soft. Inhale now into the lower parts of the lungs. And exhale as arms just gently, without touching each other, cross each other and chin comes to the chest. And there's a little arch back through the lower ribs. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Bring the legs wide. Let's point and flex the toes. Open up those ankles. Then turning the ankles one way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back around the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And spreading the toes or folding and unfolding the toes. Bringing some exercise to the joints. And I notice my hands raised and my fingers are doing the same thing, just very spontaneously. I think that the fingers and the toes, the hands and the feet just love to move together. Then come across with one arm coming over with the fingers to the side of the pinky toe, stretching diagonally across, letting the mind be in the body. How does that feel? What part of the body is responding? Yoga is a time to notice and become friends with the body. Learning about it, listening to it. Last time, this side and the other side. Then let the knees be soft. As the hands slide out, feet are still wide, slide out not a long way, maybe 12 inches, come back up, arms come up overhead, reach up through the fingertips, reach up through the torso, and then exhale forward, feeling some effect through the sacrum, adapting as you need to. If this is uncomfortable in any way, adapt. Just a way to begin to open the flow through more of the body, through the core of the body. So we want the core to be responding here and feeling. Last time, hands come up and down and fold the feet back together. Bring the arms straight out in front of you. Palms are about 6 inches apart, facing each other. Bring the right shoulder blade towards the spine. So I'm just pulling that right arm back by bringing the shoulder blade towards the spine. Open that arm up, come back a little bit behind the body and come forward. And then release that shoulder blade in the back, relaxing through the shoulder blades. Left shoulder blade comes to spine, open the arm, come back through center, and release in the shoulder blades. Right arm, first the right shoulder blade, coming back, pulling back that arm, Opening up as the shoulder blade continues to be towards the spine, and coming forward and then releasing. Left shoulder blade, left arm, coming back and releasing. One more time. Right shoulder blade, right arm, coming back, releasing. Left shoulder blade, left arm, coming back and releasing. Interlace the fingers. Palms are down, elbows are wide. So I have interlaced fingers in the middle, but palms are open. And I'm just moving the arms side to side. There's a little movement in the shoulders, but not much in the torso. So this is mainly to open up under the arms, through the shoulders in this particular side to side motion. And we have lymph nodes under the arms. That's part of the reason we do this. Then coming back through center, turn the palms, still interlaced, towards the front at about 45 degrees, and then reach up as if you were going to reach towards the wall, kind of in front of you and above. And then come through the center and other side. I'm hearing some pops in my spine as I do this. What's your experience? Where are you feeling this? Do you feel it down through your waist and into the glutes? I'm getting a hint of that. Everything impacting everything else in the body. I even feel a little bit in my inner thighs, because as you switch your weight, you've got to clench a little bit. Clench is the wrong word, but use the muscles in your inner thigh to keep your balance. Bring your arms down. Feet come out in front. One foot extends out. The other foot comes up beside the thigh, perhaps over. Your option here. Ankles flexed on that extended leg. Hand or forearm comes round the knee, depending on that hip joint and how much the range of motion is there. Come forward on the sits bones, long through the spine. Inhale, exhale round through lower ribs, just about 60% of what you could do. Inhale up, exhale round through upper ribs. Inhale up and exhale round with the chin. Aware again of that dirga breathing, with the lower ribs opening and then the upper ribs and the slight lift in the collarbone, letting it sweep up and down. Release and unwind. Other foot comes long and the opposite foot comes up beside, perhaps outside the thigh. Wrap as you would like, bringing the other hand around as a kickstand, forward on the sits bones, long through the spine. Inhale up, exhale round lower ribs. Inhale up, exhale round upper ribs. Inhale up and exhale round chin. Not overstraining, just a gentle spiral through the natural curves of the spine, caressing the spine with your breath. Then coming back through center. Both legs stay extended out, and we're going to squeeze our butts together underneath us. So squeezing for 3, 2, 1, and letting go. And squeezing 3, 2, 1, and let go. Squeeze 3, 2, 1, and let go. Helps the flow, helps the muscles. Bring the feet wide in front of you. We're on the heel of the hands, mostly behind, giving good support to the shoulders as knees start to flow back and forth. Maybe starting a little slower as the hip joints begin to open. How do the hip joints feel this morning? Or whenever you are doing this, afternoon, evening. Letting things open up and relax. Next time you come over, let the arm come up around to the corner of the room behind you. And then the other side, taking a little bit slow so the body can feel, so the mind can catch up with the body and know what it feels like. I'm feeling a little opening through the front of my hip. A little answer down through the leg. One last time. And this time when you come over, full body twist as elbows, forearms might come down, maybe head comes to the back of the hands, letting everything relax down towards the earth. Just breathing with the trees here in the beginning of summer, photosynthesis happening all around us, plenty of oxygen. Inhale up and come round. Relaxing down once again into the earth, rooting down like a plant. And then pushing back up. We're going to lie on our sides, so removing any props that you have underneath you. Always free to take a glass of, a drink of water if you'd like to. And finding your way to lie on their side. And there's a mild V in your stacked legs. Arm is on forearm underneath the shoulder. Hand comes to the knee, bring the knee up towards nose, nose to knee, and then run the hand down the shin. Maybe that's just the opening you get by pushing back with your strength of the leg, or you might take your hand, if that's accessible to you, and pull on the ankle or the foot, opening a little bit more. The aim is just to open up here from the knee up through the hip and through the belly and chest. And coming together, knee towards belly, knee towards nose, nose towards knee. Open up, pause a moment, and then coming back. Pausing here. Really nice way to open up the quads without having any weight on the body. We're giving it over to the earth. Bringing the legs together in that gentle V again. I like to put my hand on the side of my knee as I lift that top knee up and the feet stay glued together for a clam. Bringing some activation to the glutes. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Also good for the side of the hip. And then coming down, let your head be in the crook of your elbow. I'll keep mine up, but we're going to stack the legs straight. And then one leg is going to rise up slowly and come back down slowly. So definitely now the sides of the hips, important in balances and lots of things we do. And one more time. Now continuing to have the head down in the crook of the elbow. Take the toe of that top leg, bring it from the ankle up through the elbow, then hover the leg in the middle with a bent knee, point up, flex, and bring the feet together slowly. Toe from ankle to knee, hover in the middle, bent leg, point, flex, and come down. Continue with this. This is actually, I learned this from Pilates. Pilates evidently worked with ballerinas. So this was one of his exercises for them, and it came to us. Now this time, as you come up towards the knee with the toe, bring the leg out in front. So it's hovering at about hip level, bent in front. Just hovering there for a moment, and then the same, up, point, flex, and down. Toe up to the knee, hover in front, point up, flex, and down. One more time. Toe to knee, in front, point, flex, and down. Now bring the whole leg back from the hip. The whole leg comes back behind, just 5 inches or so, and the top arm reaches up with the top of the arm in front of the face. Just enjoy that length from fingers to toes, feeling that through the torso. And bring it back. Now we're going to kick forward and kick back, just about 5 or 6 inches. So I'm long, my feet are stacked, the top foot comes forward and flexes, and then it goes back and points. So forward about 5 or 6 inches and flex, back about 5 or 6 inches and point. Forward and back. And here it's really interesting to notice how the rest of the body responds. Notice how, as you go around your abdomen, up into belly and chest, even arms, how everything is adjusting to this movement, supporting it, enabling it. And bring that foot back. And we'll come back to the other side, come over to the other side. You can just roll over or change positions. And we'll start with the forearm underneath the shoulders, legs in a gentle V. Bring the knee up towards the nose, nose towards knee, run down the shin, holding on to foot or not, opening from the knee up through the shoulder, particularly through the quad and through the front of the hip, but also feeling that up through the chest area. Knee to nose, open, just allowing things to flow in a way that's difficult when we're always or very often sitting in a chair. We don't get so much flow through this front part of our body. And one last time. Now resting that top leg on the bottom leg, and you can bring your head down and put it in the crook of your elbow if you would like. I like to put my hand on the side of that knee and pushing up with the knee. Feet are together for clam. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. And straighten out the legs. The head is down in the crook of the elbow. Lift that leg, top leg up and down and up and down. 2 more times. Strengthening the side of the hip. Now we'll come to the Pilates move. Head can stay down. Toe comes from ankle up through the knee. Hover in the middle, bent knee. Point, flex, and come down. Ankle to knee. Hover, point, flex, and down. 2 more times. Next time is you come up to the knee, bring the bent knee out in front of you at hip level, pause for just a moment, and then same, up, point, flex, and down. Toe to knee, forward, hover, up, flex, and down. And one last time. Where are you feeling this? And now bringing that whole leg back behind, pointing the toe, feeling that stretch down from the hip. Top arm comes up in front of the face, reaches upwards, not up towards the ceiling, but forwards above the head. And you're long, feel that through the torso, good long stretch here. Then bringing that hand back, stacking the feet again. We'll kick forward about 6 inches with a flexed foot and then kick back with a pointed toe. Kick forward and back. This is the top leg, just going back and forth. Observing the body. A lot of it we can't really feel or absorb. We can't really feel the lymph flowing. We can't really feel the interstitial fluid flow through the marshes of our extracellular matrix, but when we're finished, we know things are flowing, and that's our clue. Come back through center, and then let's come over onto our front, coming into a tabletop at first. Hands are under shoulders, knees are under hips, and a cat-cow, opening up long through the front of the spine, and then lifting, arching up, particularly with the muscles of the sides of the waist, reaching up, opening up through back, and then opening up through front, keeping some engagement, not overstretching the long ligaments on the front and back of the spine. Tailbone moving up and down, and that movement rippling through the spine up into the neck. Let the gaze be just in front of the mat, so not too much pressure on craning upwards with the neck. One more time in each direction. Coming back through center, let the feet and shins come over to the right. Weight comes into the right hand. Left foot stretches out behind on the toe, and the left hand reaches up above. Be aware of the breathing, particularly around the heart, the radiating out from the heart, front and back. Let hand and gaze come down, back through knees, feet and shins go out to the other side. Weight on the left hand, right arm reaches up, right leg reaches out. Breathing through the heart. Aware of whatever is there in the heart. And then bringing it down. Let's come up onto our knees. One hand reaches up. Let the gaze be up towards those fingers, and the other hand comes on the sacrum with the heel of the hand on the top of the sacrum, runs down across the butt, the glutes, and then down towards the back of the thigh, towards the back of the knee. Stretch through the arms, and as you do this, stretch also from shoulder through hip, through knee. And bringing hands through middle, they pass in front of the heart, reaching up through one hand, coming down towards the back of the thigh, the other hand. No overstraining. And it helps to stretch through the whole body from knees on up, so that there is not a strain on any one part of the body. That's a nice long diagonal stretch. Getting things moving throughout the body. One more time on each side. Can you feel the length even among the organs between, like, the stomach and the small intestines and into the large intestines? And then coming back through center, bring the hands down in front of you a bit wide on the mat. Knees come wide, toes are together, and we're coming down into puppy. So hips are a little high, and chest is coming down towards the mat. And the hips pull back slightly, just finding what feels really good to you here. Hopefully this stretch is just sheer. Oh, this feels so good. Adapting as you need to. Then coming onto your forearms, interlace the fingers. The elbows are apart somewhat, shoulder width. Tuck the toes, bring the hips up into dolphin pose. Knees can be soft here. It's an alternative to downward dog. Beginning to get some benefits of an upside down way of being. And then we're going to come down with your knees, and we're going to come into a forearm plank. And you could stay on your knees, or you could come down and back, tuck your toes, reach back through the heels. Shoulders also alert, long from the heels all the way up through the crown. And bring it down. Coming into Sphinx. Fingers are wide, pulling back a bit with the forearms under the shoulders, wiggling the hips around, finding a comfortable place for the body. Lower tips of shoulder blades coming down towards the waist. Then bring the eyes over to the left corner of the eye and turn the chin towards the left shoulder, and then turn that shoulder a little bit. Waking up the vagus nerve in a positive way, coming back through center, eyes go over to the right, chin towards the right shoulder, and then that shoulder comes back a bit, a little side bend from the waist up. Back through center, to the left with eyes, with chin, with shoulder, and holding for 3, 2, and 1. Keep looking over to that corner as we hold it there. Back through middle and around the other way. Eyes, chin, and shoulders. Relax down through the hips, relax through the shoulders. Keep the eyes back to the corner. And release back to center. Now bring the chest down, hands come under the shoulders, elbows bend along the sides. Press the top of the feet down into the mat, strong, engaged up through the legs and the hips, lifting with head and shoulders. Glutes are really alive here. Hands are not pressing down, they're just resting on the mat. Then spread the arms, fingers point back. Arms are back, as if you yourself are a flock of geese. Thumbs are up, palms are outwards. Shoulder blades just naturally squeeze together here, and the glutes just naturally engage. Whole posterior chain of the body alive. Then bringing the hands under the shoulders once again. Coming back into cobra, still alive through the legs, engaged, and the glutes. And this time you might want to push into the hands. So head and shoulders are holding themselves up, but you're also pushing into the hands. And the glutes engage a little bit more, right, as you come up. And then bringing it down. Bring your cheek against the back of your hands and just release down, practicing the relaxing that is not always so accessible to us. Releasing through cheeks and eyes, through jaw, through the back of the neck and the shoulders, through elbows and fingers, down through the rib cage, into the belly, the glutes soft. Rooting down just naturally as gravity pulls thighs, relaxes shins and the bottom of the feet and the toes into the earth. the practice of letting go, folding the laundry while crying. A little takeoff on this quote. Lay the shirt upside down, fold in one side, bring in the sleeve, fold in the other, smooth up inside the fold, bottom up and over, a tidy square. Match the socks, pants in the right pile. Shape t-shirt, fold, fold, pat into place. Time of quiet, time to be getting things done, with yet room for the ache in the heart. Echo hardly heard. Tear brushed away, so dried things stay dry, and wet things don't overflow. Or perhaps a deluge. Too much to bear, this endless folding. Too much grief to fit into these neat creases. Crumple this shirt into my eyes, soak it, as if sprayed by a wild steam iron, and who cares but me, and I don't, in the fire of my heart. Only my hands keep folding. One more breath here. And then pushing with hands under the shoulders, coming up onto knees. Hands are just a little bit in front of the shoulders, tuck the toes, coming up into downward dog. Let knees be very soft here. Pull back through the whole spine, long from fingertips up through arms, along the sides of the body, pulling back a little bit through the abdominal area. And then paddling up and down a little bit with the heels. The main aim here is the long spine rather than the length behind the knees. So the backs of the legs can just open gently. Bring the left foot central under the hips, right leg reaches up, reach up, press into the hands, reach up through that raised leg. Bring your weight forward, knee comes under belly and back up. And just one more time, under belly and back up. Now you could come down on your knees and come into a long low lunge, or you could bring that foot through and come into a long low lunge. Somehow finding yourself in this position with one foot forward, right foot forward, and left foot back, and feeling the stretch as the heel pushes back. Then paddling forward, so you're bending the toes and the heels coming back and forth, bringing some stimulation to the calf muscle. Then bring that knee down to the back, roll over the front heel, hands come back slightly around the knee. Chest is open just slightly forward, eyes in front of the mat, and then coming forward once again. Heel coming back and forth. Opening again through that hip flexor, the front of the quad. Knee comes down, hands back, roll over the front heel, a little forward through the breastbone and collarbone. And bringing that foot around onto the knees, hands in front of the shoulders slightly, back up into downward dog. Now right foot is under the hips, left foot rises up, long, pushing into the hands, becoming long through body, up through the leg. Weight comes forward, belly takes the knee underneath, raise the leg, then under the belly, raise the leg, then come down on knees, or bring that foot all the way through into a long low lunge. And begin that paddling of the foot and the heel back behind. Coming down on the back knee, rolling over the front heel, and bringing the collarbone forward just a bit. Eyes in front of the mat. Once again, opening up the front of the quad, the hip flexor. Knee comes down, rolling over the heel, a stretch through the spine. And bring the hands forward around that front foot. Raise the knee and then jump that foot forward just a little bit. Maybe jump it again so that both feet come together. Hands come onto the shins. Press into the shins, long from the tailbone up through the collarbone. Belly comes down to thighs as knees bend and hips come out. Arms come wide, lifting up. Arms come up overhead. And come down into forward fold, dangling down once more. Hands onto shins, press into shins, long through the spine. Hips come out in the back, arms come wide, gaze and chest is forward as you rise up. Hands come up overhead and then down. And let's come to the heart meridian. So bringing the hands for a moment over the heart, and you can be touching there where we think of our heart and our chest, or you can be hovering the hands. Aware of what is in the heart, open to that. And then stimulating the heart meridian with a ha, H-A-W. As you interlace the fingers, palms turn up, and you come over towards the left slightly. It's a little bit of a left side bend with a ha. Come up, bring the hands to the heart with an inhale. Exhale, keeping eyes open. Ha. To heart, inhale. Hands up and over, ha. Inhale. Letting any arrogance or sense of hurriedness go. And coming back to the heart. Now, to open the chest, let your arms be in circles on either side. Your eyes can see your curved elbows in the periphery of their vision. Inhale here and exhale as the arms come out and palms turn down, soft through elbows and shoulders and wrists. Inhale forward. Exhale. Soft. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And bring the hands down along the side. In qigong, they note the ability of the heart to hold paradox. And with these openings of the heart that we are doing, increasing that ability to hold both joys and sorrows, laughter and tears. Separate the clouds from our heart. Knees bend, hands cross in front of the abdomen. Then the hands turn up and elbows turn up as if you're taking off a t-shirt. Knees straighten, arms come out. Reach out 45 degrees to the walls on either side. Hands are at 45 degrees. And then come down. Knees bend, fingers down, cross of the wrists. Reaching up, taking that t-shirt off. Letting the constraints go. Reaching out from the shoulders through the heels of the hands, and then that 45-degree reaching out to the walls. And down. Take off the t-shirt and open wide. And one last time. And bring the hands down. You might recall that the crane is the animal that is associated with the heart in Chinese medicine. So bring the feet wide. Knees are a little bent as hips come out in the back slightly, and gauge that according to your body. Bring the hands again crossed at the wrist. This time we're making a nest as those hands reach down and hips come out in the back. Then bring the weight over into one foot. Other foot comes up on the toe, or maybe it lifts, and the arms come out, elbows are soft, and palms are up. Coming back down, being the crane in your courting dance, showing this wonderful nest that you can make and your beautiful plumage. That toe can stay down if you like. Toes are forward for good support. And the last time. And bring it down. Bring the feet so that they're right under the hips. And now will be the crane flying. And again, you can just bring your toe up, or you can raise your knee and your wings rise. Shoulder blades relax down. Elbows soft. Wrists soft. Hands soft. And we can add a letting go as we come down with a ah. And one last time. Bring the weight into the other foot. Make sure that you have the weight coming straight down from shoulders, hips, down into the heel and across to the first three toes, strong through the side of the hips. And on toe or lifting the knee, soft through shoulders, elbows, and wrists, fingers soft. Flying gently beneath the clouds, through the clouds, in the sun, in the warmth, in the cool. And coming down with a ah. Ah. Letting everything go. Ah. One last time. The heart is associated with fire, the fire of the heart. What is in the fire of the heart? And sometimes we want it to be a passionate fire, and sometimes we want it to be calm. Bring your feet under your hips, then step out in one direction. Bring the hands up in front with palms out, sides of the fingers together. Gaze rises, hands rise. Then bring the backs of fingers, backs of hands, just as you're able, together as you come down the midline, and knees bend. Arms come wide, straighten the legs, and bring the feet under the hips. Step out to the other side, hands offering upwards or receiving, sides of the hands together, Lift up with gaze and hands and back of hands together down the midline through that atmosphere of the heart towards the belly. Knees bend. Hands come wide, straighten, and come down. Adapting this as you need to. Foot comes out, hands forward, up, down through the midline, right through the heart, into the belly. And back to center, out to the other side, receiving, lifting towards the sun, bringing that energy to meet the energy in the heart and in the belly. Arms come wide and back together. Now bring the feet a little wider than hip width apart. And this time we're going to be thinking about throwing a ball across. So weight comes in to the opposite foot of the arm that is coming across, and the heel of that leg comes up. Other hand is back behind the waist. The heart meridian runs from the little finger up through the inside of the arm, the lower inside of the arm, to the heart. And you might be aware of that line of the meridian as you stretch forward, feeling that long flow from the little finger through the inner side, lower side of the inner side of the arm, shoulder, and to the heart. What are you offering out? What are you receiving? Both important notions. And then coming back through center. Just a word about the triple burner before we end here. It's considered to be an organ in Chinese medicine. We don't have this organ, but it's really a thermostat regulating mechanism, bringing moisture and temperature in the torso into an even smoothness. And you can think of head and heart and solar plexus as kind of hotter than the abdomen. So you're bringing the heat of the head and the heart down in to the solar plexus. So there's a lubrication here, an interaction between the organs as well. Bring your hand, let's scoop up some earth chi, bring it up, then interlace the fingers, bring them up overhead, come up on tiptoes, reach up, and then bring the palms out, down, and around. Scooping up earth chi, coming up through the body, reaching up, interlaced fingers up on the toes, long through all the organs. One last time, coming up, palms up, interlaced up on the tiptoes, and around and down. Then bringing the hands upwards, collecting chi energies from all of the plants, animals, atmosphere, stars, earth, all around us. And then coming down with a he sound, H-E-E, as you bring a letting go, feeling down through head, he, and through heart, he, solar plexus, and down into the abdomen, the dantian. And bring your hands there for a moment. We'll do that 2 more times, welcoming in the energies, merging our energies with the energies around us. feeling that letting go, that evening out through heart and solar plexus and down into the abdomen, making space and coolness. Namaste. Good to practice with you today. Keep folding your laundry. Keep opening your hearts. Thank you for practicing.